Welcome to the Release Your Blocks podcast. I am your host, Victoria Bond. I am a spiritual empowerment coach. I help teach others to show up to their potency so they can fulfill their mission here on earth. I am so glad you are here. And if you are interested in becoming a medium, if you're interested in becoming a life coach, or if you're interested in shifting your life from the 3D to live more in the 5D reality, then check me out, book a clarity call, and let's get chatting. There is different collective energies in the universe. There's different galaxies. And we can, to name some of them, is the Palladian collective, the Lyrans. We have got the Arcturians. It doesn't really matter what the names are. As you guys know that I can channel through mermaid energies, the children collective. We've got the human collective here. Clearly, we are currently in the human collective, and we can feel these energies. But what is happening now is star seeds are starting to wake up. And just because we haven't been living this life right up until we, turn 40 or 50 or 60 or 30 or whatever your age you are, doesn't mean that you are not starseed and here to make a big difference in the world. In fact, you may have been brought up religious, or you might have been brought up by, I don't know, like a lawyer or a doctor or an accountant, and maybe your life was very much looking a particular way. And then you start remembering who you are, and shit starts going weird and crazy and cuckoo, and nothing makes sense. And you can no longer align and agree with the education system or politics or whatever it is, right? Everyone's got their own thing. So what I've come to the awareness of is we are not just here in this human body. We are a human body, we are a being, and we are a soul. There's three different entities, but we have different soul streams, which is super interesting. And we can be simultaneously in a different collective at the same time as being here. Where do you think you go and what you do when you sleep? You pass out. You completely pass out and you don't remember. A lot of the time we are time traveling, we're astral traveling. A lot of the time we are downloading information, and we are walking and talking vibrational activations. Now, we can activate in a lower expression or a higher expression, of course. I don't necessarily believe in good and bad or wrong and right. I think it is what it is, and we have a harmonic balance within Earth. But what is happening now is that we are changing, we are waking up, people are joining the groups, people are coming to you for healings, coaches are coming to me and going, I need to tap into the spiritual stuff. They don't know why. It's because they are leaders, they are guides. We are here to carry this vibration within our auras to help awaken the seed of consciousness within other people. There is no wrong or right way to do things. It just is what it is. So for myself and my clients and my peers to be able to time travel throughout timelines, but also to go to different planets and to receive information, receiving codes, receiving light language. And if you don't know what all of those words are, that's okay. You just feel it in your heart to know that chaos creates change. And yes, if you choose consciousness and you choose to live an authentic life in your integrity, there will be chaos, especially if you're a coach, especially if you're a practitioner, especially if you are here to be a creator, a conscious creator. It's uncomfortable. And I want to share with you today some ways that, and things that I've been told today to look into. We must nurture the body. We must respect the mind. This poor little mind has had a hammering because it's been completely relied on. It's like relying on your left hand forever, compensating, and then, something happens with your right side, and that's what we've done with our mind is we've overused it, and we've created this mind to be the thing that rules the roost rather than actually listening to who we are on a soul level. The being is much larger, and a lot of you that are listening to this will know exactly what I'm talking about, and it'll sound like it's the same thing, but there's codes within what I'm saying, okay, to awaken your consciousness, to bring up the subconscious stuff. But the being is so much larger. Everyone that is trying to fit their being into their body right now, can you please stop? It hurts. I do it all the time. Every day I go, ow, 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 and I'm overworked. You stretch out. Oh my God, I just tried to squish a huge me, who I be, into a tiny little Victoria. I'm not just Victoria, that is my being, that is my spirit, but this is my human. And then I've got a soul. And today I experienced my being, something I've never experienced before. My being two different versions, being in BC, being in, the year, whatever, before BC. So being 2022 years ago, living pretty much around that time. And then also before that, being in a council, and now being here. That's the same being. That was the same soul. But it wasn't Victoria Bond. The Victoria Bond is just here. Okay, so this is where I'm going to invite you to expand and not try to understand what I'm talking about. And if anyone has any questions, of course, I'm happy to answer them. But your being has lived more than once, and you can remember who you are, and it's not necessarily just your soul, right? And then your spirit, whoever you are right now, there's like a hologram of you. There is a blueprint of you. This is when we talk to dead people, right? Your soul moves on. And what I've experienced today is the being carries on as well and has different experiences. Within our body, we've got different entities. Our mind is a different entity to our tummy. We have blood, we have skin. We have got all of these different organs within us that work together harmonically, right? But we also have the soul, and we have the body, and we have the being. And if we do not respect the three of those, it's kind of interesting how we can bring religion into this as well. The Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit. There's so many ways you can bring that out in, which is not religious. So you will remember the collective energy that you're from, the one that is the most prominent, because there are many. You are all hybrid energies. And that means that you are not just of human. And a lot of people get stuck on, I remember, from one of my past lives, I was with this guy and I've been holding on to that ever since. And it's repeating out of my life. Okay, cool. Let's clean that up so you don't have to use that as a secondary gain anymore. Any past lives that you're holding on to that you're keeping as an excuse to be in scarcity, to be loveless, to be in a narcissistic relationship, or to, have insecurities, or to be scared of showing up, can you please just destroy and uncreate all of that now and acknowledge that those past lives are not here anymore? So can you please destroy and uncreate and revoke, recant, rescind, reclaim, renounce, and denounce all the oaths, the vows, the contracts that are no longer serving you? I'm not saying every single one, so you don't have to freak out. The ones that are no longer serving you. Because when I decided to wake up, it was a conscious decision to wake up, I realized that all of the identification to who Victoria Bond is may be completely lost. And I'd worked so damn hard to identify with my morals, with being right, and also all of the points of view I had about what it means to make money, to be a good mum, to be a good wife, to be a good person. I'm a good person, and I will fight and prove that. That only creates pain, because you end up proving that actually, guess what? You are not just a good person. You have shadow within you as well. And this is a lot of what I've been bringing up in my teachings is, if you want from me, if you come into my groups and you want just, I want to talk to angels and good spirits, I'm a good person, then you're in the wrong fucking place. because we are all about everything. And I'm not going to apologize to my mother or anybody for not following their suit and being a good girl, because I'm not a good girl. I'm everything. I'm not God, but I definitely know how to feel like I'm in a part of that, because we're all together and we are all combined in a collective. We have got our separate selves and we have got our collective selves as well. And what I experienced today was pure, whoa, something just fell off my wall, pure, total and utter satisfaction, being with another soul, having another experience, knowing that I'm not alone. I'm going through this with you. And also that there's a whole lot of other beings, because I sat with him today on a council. It was insane. It was so insane that I was nearly embarrassed when I came back. I was like, oh my God, did that just happen? This is available for you, and I'm not special. I'm not special at all, but I have come here to help people wake up. And I have come from a place of a big family, definitely a scarcity mindset, a very humble beginning. And I've come here to go, I'm not fucking hiding. I did not pass school. I've been with the same person pretty much my whole life, and we've separated, come back together, all these different things. Life has been rocky. I'm a 3-5 projector. It's been very, very rocky. But now I know that it's I'm a part of something so much bigger. It's bigger than Earth. That doesn't make me better than, and it doesn't make me dismiss Earth. It makes me love Earth so much more and know that we all have the power to shift what is happening right now. Because there is dark shit happening. And we have a part of that dark stuff because we are the creators. Do you guys get that we are collective creators of everything? The demons, the pain, all the things. We are the creators, but we're also the creators of bliss. What if heaven and earth was right here? Now, we all have our own points of view on that as well, but I truly wake up every day, and I put a post up today and I said, you know what? I would rather die than not live. So I'm going to live. And I don't even know what that looks like. I wake up, and I'm going to tell you a few things today. I wake up and I'm like, I need to go back to sleep. I'm here again. But now I wake up. I used to feel that way, but now I wake up and I go, whoa, another day on planet Earth. When you remember who you are, it's not up here. It's in here, and it brings tears to your eyes. And today I experienced with another tears of joy when we remembered who we are. We remember what our mission is together, and we know what to do. We cannot solidify that and densify that, because if we do, then we make it all human and we make it significant. Oh, and then guess what? We lose the vibration of the energy. You cannot comprehend how many beings we have, hybrids that we have channeling through us. And you can feel it when you start light coding. So if you're in my programs like Magnificent Mediumship, you know when we start coding, it's like, what the heck is this? Okay, so let's get into some of the aspects of how we can align, spiritually align, and call back these parts of us. Okay, so we're going to do a little bit of a soul retrieval today. And the reason why we're doing a soul retrieval is because I feel that life is not a one-stop thing. You don't have a soul retrieval or one reading, or you go to one class at school and, or get, and then all of a sudden it's all perfect. You don't decide to go for one run to lose your 10 kgs, or to have one glass of, I don't know, herbal tea and then all of a sudden be detoxed. Life doesn't work that way. And that's what I really got today is we must constantly do soul retrievals. We must constantly unveil ourselves more and more and more and never know who we are. Yesterday, I knew who I was. Yep, onto it. Know exactly what I'm doing with my programs, know exactly who's in my vortex, what is happening. Today, I went, oh my God. I don't know anything. Look, I don't know anything. Okay, so I've got this program and this and this. Who am I? I don't know. And then after I went through this beautiful channel with my beautiful client and we went for this beautiful journey, I felt whole again. And I realized, oh, I was trying to be human and I'm never going to have it. Never. So anywhere that you think that you're trying to get to that point, I'm sorry, that's a bit of an evil laugh. Can you just destroy and uncreate that now? Please? You can ask your spirit team to bring you the money to feed your human. This is why we need harmony today. You can ask your spirit team, I said on the beach today, you want me to do this woo-woo, cray-cray, intergalactical, dimensional words when I don't even work, that I don't even know the names of the planets because I didn't even do school, and I say everything wrong, and you want me to be a leader for the world, like, ha, ha, ha. It's like a joke, pretty much. Like, you better bring me some goddamn money, because I need to be at the beach with my family in bliss, and I'll channel all day long because it's my favorite thing to do. So it's kind of a joke. And the beings also said that, before we get into what I want to say, the beings said, play. Play, 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 play. Because if you're too serious, you make things too solid. And I'm definitely a serious, solid person a lot of the time. So we need to play. We need to come into the orgasmic energy. We need to love like children. We need to laugh. We need to be silly. I had somebody on Magnificent Mediumship last night when we were doing channeling, and she brought fairy tales and she brought in stories, and I laughed and said, none of this makes sense because none of it is meant to make sense. Can you please destroy and uncreate anywhere that you are trying to be perfect and you're trying to be solid and you're trying to control the outcome, control your thoughts, control everything around you, control your sex life, control your body, beat yourself up when you're not being good enough instead of saying, I'm so fucking awesome. I'm going to be fully looked after and guided if I follow my heart. And every day I'm probably going to go to this head, because we've done that for centuries and centuries and centuries. And I've probably done that for lives and lives and lives. But that's not going to be my excuse, because I'm going to drop my head down into my heart. I'm going to open my heart and I'm going to say, I'm on the right track and I've done enough. And if I feel my not self theme in human design, mine being bitterness, and I felt bitterness today because things weren't working in my favor in the back end of my business, I will go, what requires to be happen right now? Oh, go back to your heart. Don't worry about your business. Go to the beach. It will all work itself out. And yes, it did. Drop the control, because there's powers that be, or whatever that saying is, that are coming in to serve you. But if you reject them because you're a control freak and a perfectionist, and you know you can do it yourself, you're a generator, I can do it all, I'm a manager or whatever, seriously, it's going to be harder for you. So let's talk about the practical aspect of this. You have been given a superpower and a gift. That superpower and that gift is something that you all have. It is all very unique. You have also been given a set of tools that you're very, very good at. I'll give you an example. I am great at looking after children. I am absolutely fantastic. I should have been a school teacher, should have been an actress. Honestly, I would have been a great school teacher. I thought I was too dumb to do that. Thank God, because I didn't do that. Now I'm here. I am excellent at business. I am excellent with money and manifesting it. I'm excellent at listening to people. I'm excellent at many different things. And this is not to blow my own trumpet. I'm giving you an example here. But all of those things are not my genius. I don't want to be a school teacher. Yes, I do want to listen to people. That's a tool. That's a bit different. I don't want to teach business. I don't need to. I'm excellent at it and I will do it. And many people are in my vortex and they come into my vortex and I teach it, right? But I have a genius. I have a goddamn genius And that genius trumps the excellence. All of you have this. All of you, everyone who is here and listening, I want you to figure out what that is for you, and we're going to do an activation. My zone of excellence was hairdressing and children, and I could have been a school teacher. My genius zone is channeling light beings and literally talking to spirits from mostly different planets. None of what I do makes any type of linear sense, and none of it has tangible results. It's kind of also another bit of a joke, really. It's like, how am I supposed to make money talking about how me and my client went to a light council? What? Like, but of course, my excellence, my genius zone is my soul purpose and my soul mission. So that means I don't need to worry about the rest, and my excellence zone will always support that. So yes, I will teach and help people with their business, and I will channel, and I will, children are a huge thing, but it's not my main genius. My main genius is the thing that has to align first, and the things of excellence can come in behind it. So for instance, someone says, Victoria, can you come and teach children about this? And I go, I am excellent at that, but is it in my genius zone? No, it's not. So I'm going to say no. If you want to know more about this, I recommend the book, The Big Leap by Gay Hendricks. It is absolutely brilliant, talking about the genius zone and the excellence zone. And I've listened to it about 3 times, and I've just gone, my genius zone is spirit. My genius zone is channeling. My genius zone is light language, which still blows my mind because it's talking in gobbledygook. But I'm excellent at many things, and those things that I'm excellent at support my genius zone. So I want you guys now just to, close your eyes and just have a little think for a second. Write down excellence, write down genius when you're ready, and just kind of let it land. What am I excellent at? What am I really good at? And this is something that everyone knows you for. And then what is my genius zone? What is the thing that scares the living shit out of me, but it turns me on and I feel like I'm going to explode out my body, and I could do it all day? And you may be hiding from this, like I hid from my spiritual stuff. When you're in your genius zone, you are so satisfied once you rip off that plaster. So just sitting with that and feeling that. This is a very, very crucial part of your reality, is knowing what you're brilliant at. And if this is something that you think, oh, you know what, like, I just don't know, then go find a friend who does. Or find a projector to have a coaching session with, so they can project back to you your genius. And always make sure it's someone you trust. I have a very, very close friend I trust, and she will always tell it to me straight, without attachments to her point of view. I don't ask my husband things because he just is, he's got, he's a little bit biased, I want to say. He's just biased, and he thinks I'm the bee's knees. And I don't want someone just telling me I'm the bee's knees. I want somebody to go, you're excellent at A, B, and C. Right? So ask somebody else, what do you think I'm brilliant at? What do you think my superpower is? Ask within the groups that you're in your tribes. I've got, I'm doing market research on myself. What is my superpower? They'll tell you. So that's the first thing I want to talk about, which is a practical. So you might want to go away and go deeper into that, or read The Big Leap. When I realized my genius zone is light language, and I got very, very strong on that, and I spent probably, 6 weeks journaling on it every single morning as I tapped in and dived into my abilities, I actually did something else. And I wrote myself a letter. And I've talked about this before. I wrote myself a letter, and I have not read it. I will probably read it when it comes up to the date, a year after I read it. And when you feel that genius zone and you tap into it and you think, this is what I'm here for after a meditation, once you're in a channel, you can write that shit down and read it. And you might go, yeah, right. But you know when you're journaling and you know that what you're writing is correct. You know with your heart and your soul, and you're beaming through. I don't know if you guys experience that, but I experienced the beaming through after a meditation and just channeling it out and writing it out. That's when you know this is your Bible, your own letters to yourself, your own journal is your Bible. I recommend people do that as well. Okay, you have a soul mission. So that's a practical thing that I want you guys to do, is to tap in and what is my excellence zone? What is my genius zone? How can I start leaping, quantum leaping instead of just hopping? That is like next level shifts. Soul mission. What is your soul mission? A soul mission is when we start playing in the cosmos. And, I can see a few people here that are light beings, that are star seeds, that are light coders, and all of these beautiful people. Yes, and automatic writing is incredible as well. Some people don't realize they are automatic writing when they're writing, but yes. So when we are tapping into our soul mission, our soul's purpose, we need to think beyond the whole coaching. I can help you find your soul's purpose. That is so limiting. We want to expand beyond, and this is in the space between the spaces. Like Joe Dispenza says, when you're actually like, I'm so bliss. So a lot of people do my meditations and go, I just disappear. Your voice is so relaxing. I do that on purpose to program people so they get out of their heads and they start relaxing. If they go to sleep, that's even better. And that is when you can really tap into your soul missions and you can start asking questions. And it is a feeling. It's a feeling. And when you're in your soul mission, you do random things, like you go for a walk and you touch a tree. You might be scrolling on, I don't know, YouTube, and then all of a sudden stop, or you might watch a UFO thing, right? And all of a sudden you're getting these hits. Social media gives you hits. Let's not pretend it's just all evil. There is some incredible information. It's up to you to have the responsibility, and you're human, to know when enough is enough. If you were like over excessively scrolling and you're like ding, 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 like you're, playing the pokies, then you need to take some responsibility. That's just 101 life coaching. But signs and synchronicities are absolutely everywhere. We're not here to look for them. We're here to work with them. Okay. So I'm sitting here and I'm like talking to my weekly podcast yesterday, and a big like black feather like was flying in the air, and I was like, whoa, over the fence. And I was like, you never see big black feathers flying in the air. Like, clearly that is like a spirit guide trying to tell me something. Thank you so much. I'm not going to make this about anything. I'm just going to say thank you. I connect to my soul's mission. And then I'm walking along the beach with my daughter and I see little white feathers and I go, thank you. You feel it. When it's like when you're looking for signs, so is that a sign? Is that a sign? You're not sure? It's not a sign. If you're like, oh, then you know that it's a little like crumb to say you're on the right track. Keep going forward. You're going to go off the track and you're going to stop seeing signs, but then you'll come back on the track. When we're living in our soul's mission, we are literally playing in the cosmic collectives. We are giving information. We become these portals in meditations. When we're in meditation and when we're having conversations where we're like, oh, this is so juicy, we are opening up. We're opening up our chakras. We're opening up ourselves. We're opening up our hearts. And like I'm going to do today with the light language, you guys are going to open up and we're going to receive information. Simultaneously, we give back information. They want me to tell you that just because there's different collective energies out there and beings and all that type of stuff in different dimensions, but also in real time, they've got different times than us, but still out there, they're not perfect. They're not God. They do make mistakes. So can you please take spirit and beings off those pedestals? Please. Because you are a light being, you just have a body. We have to listen to our innate wisdom and our heart and know the information we're getting, even if we hear it from spirit or light beings, right? And you may be new at this. You might be practicing this. It might be completely new for you. Trust me, it was new for me recently too. You just have to understand, is this true for me? How does this feel for me? Am I receiving this? Is this an invitation? Is this something to respond to? Am I here to clear something? Am I here to communicate with it? Am I here to receive a contribution? The information is continuously coming through neutrinos, through the sunshine, through the moon, through the collective, through yourself, through your human design, your chakras, your energy centers. You are a living and walking remote control who can speak and receive. But our heads take us into a place of separation. This happened to me when I was a child, and I was rejected by a boy, and we make it so solid and dense, and we forget that we're on a ball. I said this to my friend the other day. Did you know we're on a ball right now, walking on a beach where there's water coming in and out? There's the moon there, the sun there. I think I'm buzzing out. And she was just like, I never think like that. And I went, don't you? Every day I'm like, I'm walking on a fucking ball. I don't even know how it's gravity obviously keeping us here, but I'm tripping out, man. I'm tripping out. I've always had that kind of mentality. She goes, that is really trippy, but I've never thought about that. I went, whoa, you've never thought about that? Wow. I'm either really, really weird or we're just all so different. Yeah, flat earth. We're on a flat earth, and we are the only ones that exist in the entire universe. All of those stars, they're just there to be pretty for us. And this is the concept and the conditioning and the programming that we have been given. And thank you, everybody who has given it to us. Because right now, all of you beings have chosen to come back here. 2022, April 2022. April. Big things are happening right now. We've got, just because we can't see it doesn't mean it's not real. The plasma information coming through. Today, I was able to go to a light council and sit around with light beings. I've never been able to do that before. And I was like half awake, half asleep. I don't remember it exactly. I was in there, but I was with another person on a Zoom. We both had tears and went, what just happened? We're opening up. The disclosure happening, but of course they need information, and this is a part of your soul mission, is to give information. That is your frequency, that is your vibration. And guess what? You don't have to do shit. You just have to come from a space of love and expansion and choosing. And yes, things fall apart. Shit happens for the human, right? Which we're going to talk about soon. It does. I know many of you that have worked with me. That people have had marriages break up, relationships break up. They have literally been homeless. I've had people that have gone through so many things, and I've gone, yep, you're doing a great job. Keep going. I've had people get inheritance paid out early, get given this, get given that, given this. It's the total opposite of that. But we are still vibrating a frequency. And as long as you say, I'm coming from my heart and I know that I have a soul's mission, I don't even know what the fuck it is, but here I am doing it, waking up, allowing myself to be in the shadow and to be in the light, and allow myself to know that I have total choice, then I can't F it up. I said to Luke today, we can't F this up. We just can't. It's actually impossible, because you're always on the right path, but it's the path that you're choosing, because there's many paths. Destroy and uncreate all of that now and expand your energy. You might be vortexing out a little bit. Vortexing out is when your brain goes, I can no longer hold on to these thought patterns because you're blowing my mind. So expand, 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 and ground, and feel your feet into the ground. Your soul mission is you. You are your mission. Coming to a place of orgasmic joy, even in the shadows, and knowing that you can take full responsibility for everything that's happening. If you realize that you can receive everything, then when stuff happens like it did this morning within my business, I get out of it straight away. That bitterness, that anger, that frustration I felt, that doesn't become my reality. It's a 10-minute thing. Oh, well, let's change this, shall we? Oh, that's right. I'm the creator, the director, and the producer of my life. How many times have I said that, and how many times do I need to say it? You are a soul, you are a being, and you should be grateful that you are a human. Human hybrid, maybe, but still a human. And this body can hurt. Back in the olden days or the old times, they would like cut their hands, for blood ceremonies and rituals and stuff like that. Pain and pleasure. We're here because we want to experience pain, straight up. Otherwise, why would we be here? We're here because we want to experience polarity. We want to, but we don't want to experience pain. Yes, you do, because why would you come to planet Earth? This is one motherfucking roller coaster, man. It's intense. Yesterday I had it. Today I lost it. And then I went, oh, that's right. I'm not meant to have it. Okay, let's disco channel, I give up. I'm just going to give in to my genius, and this is a forever thing. And one thing I want to share with you as well, going into the human now, you can't be motivated all the time. You can't be always on. People message me, and I messaged my coach a lot about this in the past before I kind of got it. And it was like, oh, I'm feeling this, oh my God. And we have drama cycles. We have got unconscious beliefs that are coming up to be shifted and to be cleared. I buy into drama. I did it this morning. And then I realized that, oh yeah, that's right. I don't do that anymore. I don't smoke either. So if I find a cigarette, I'm not going to pick it up and smoke it. I'm going to go, oh yeah, I don't smoke anymore. So why? I don't do drama anymore either. This is about as dramatic as I get on these calls, because I'm like a hoot and a howl, and I'm all over the place. The human has to motivate itself every day. The human needs to clean itself every day. The human has to start again, realign, reassess, pivot, and navigate where they're at every single day. Don't compare today to yesterday. Have targets. Yeah, I'm going to have $100,000 month. Absolutely. Don't know when. Yes, I'm going to have $1 million business. Absolutely, because I deserve exactly what I desire. And I desire to have a lot of mermaid swims. I desire, if I'm going to drink, it's going to be beautiful champagne. I desire oysters. I can't believe I even said that. I used to hate oysters. Like, what the hell? I desire gold and pearls and best friends and laughs and cry laughing and sex that is next level. I desire everything. And guess what? I fucking deserve it too. So yes, I will do your light channeling. And yes, I will be in my genius. And yes, I will help other people activate and be in theirs. And I will help them make money in my excellent zone. And I will teach. And I will help the children of the world. I will do all of this. But I have to remember my genius zone, what I love to do. And every day I've got to get up and I've got to move my body and stop making excuses. And I've got to clean out this vessel. So the information I received today was clean out the vessel. It's like nearly like yelling at me, clean the vessel, clean the vessel, clean the vessel. I'm like, but I like coffee and chocolate and chips. I really like coffee, chocolate and chips. Like my favorite food. I ate like a whole bag of like chocolate peanuts yesterday, but I'm not moving much because I'm channeling so much. Okay, what does my human require? She requires to move. She requires to be sexual. She requires to be beautiful. And she requires to shine and feel goddamn amazing in a bikini. We'll see if that happens. I haven't for it since like 16. Anyhow, the human body requires to be looked after because the human body is your portal. Okay. I've talked about this recently in my mastermind group, Evolve, about portals. Portals are many different things. I'm not going to go into that too deeply, but you are a portal. The portal needs to be clean. So you've got a whole lot of ugly thoughts in there if you do. And if you've got a whole lot of mistaken beliefs and a whole lot of confidence issues and a whole lot of insecurities, and then you've got a whole lot of trauma from your past life, all these things, your past lives or this life are in there. That's not a very clean portal. So if I want to cry and purge out those things, I cry and I purge them out. It cleans me. What do you think tears are? It's like cleaning, right? When people cry, I go, keep crying. It's okay. I probably won't join you because I'm not very emotional, but cry away. Screaming, getting it out. Allowing yourself to drink bucket loads of water, drinking tea, going natural without going, I need to get skinny, I need to just eat vegetables. It's more like, how can I be the cleanest vessel that I can be? How can I motivate myself every day to get off my butt, get out of bed, and live the life that I chose to come here and live on earth? Why is everyone waiting to die? Like, actually, oh yes, we'll wait until we do that, until we retire. When we retire, then maybe we'll be able to do that. Are you kidding? Like, no. This is something I've always seen. I'm like, why are people waiting and waiting and waiting and waiting? Your human needs love. Your human is its own entity. And when you treat it like it's a piece of garbage, like you own it, like it's your slave, you're actually dismissing yourself completely. It is actually borrowed. It is from the earth. I don't know how the hell it was created. I don't know if Adam and Eve thing was real. I don't know. I'm guessing we came from different planets and things happened. It doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. Some people, that's not my genius zone. Knowing things like that is not my genius. I'm a feeler. Okay. Look after your human. Stop being a bitch to your human. It's not very nice. Stop being a bitch to other humans. Like, straight up, like, if you're being mean to another human, then you're being mean to yourself. How many people treat their partners like absolute garbage, or their children? Don't get me started on children. It's definitely a thing that's coming up. Your children are your guides. And I talk in Magnificent Mediumship about the difference between spirit guides and spirit team. Your spirit team comes along and says, we are here for you no matter what. They're usually a whole lot of light beings. Your spirit guides are your children. Your spirit guides are your partners. They are your grandmothers that have passed away. Your spirit guides are angels, and they're all different collective energies and stuff, but the spirit team will always be with you. Spirit guides come and go and they flow. I'm like, hey, Granddad, what's up? Nice to see you. And then he's going to go visit my cousin Julie, right? But your spirit team is just here for you. So I'm not going to, like I say, get into that, but this is all kind of relevant because everyone loves you so much. And every single time you turn around and you say, I'm so fat, I don't know my mission, I'm a loser, and I don't know what I'm good at. I might as well just stay in bed. I think I'm depressed. Why am I here on earth? My mum accidentally got pregnant with me. And you start getting 3D. And no one listening to this is entirely 3D. I can guarantee they would turn this off straight away or left. You're here to be 5D. The portal is opening so you can be 5D more. So you can channel more, but you must be embodied. Because if you're not embodied, and if you don't acknowledge that you are a being, and you don't acknowledge that you're on a soul mission, what is the point? As long as you're happy and you're in joy, then you're going to find the thing you're looking for. You will remember who you are with joy and bringing joy with others.
And that's a wrap for today. Thank you so much for joining the Release Your Blocks podcast. If you enjoyed this episode, I would love to hear from you. So please leave a review and tell me what your favorite takeaway from today was. There is so much more from where this came from. You can also find me at Holistic Energy Shifting on Facebook, where you can find more content, more coaching, and more guidance. Have a grand and glorious day, and I'll see you next time.